Disclaimer. Please note, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Hello everyone out here in YouTube land. How are you guys? This is your host of the Raw and Spicy YouTube channel, Bindi, Miss Williams, if you're nasty, soon to be Bennett. Anyway, I felt the need to do some more frequent audio on why. I'm going to share with you why. Because when I got the call to create my own channel and I heard in my spirit, teach, I said back to my creator, what do you mean teach? I never went to school and get a bachelor degree for teaching, so I don't have no kind of skills in teaching. But I did not understand that he just want me to come on and talk and let the people know, because he said, my people's spirit has been sleeping for far too long, laying dormant. So it's time for them to wake up their spirit, their true spirit that I, the creator, put in them. And I said, okay. But before I did that, I had to learn some things, right? I can now make the disclaimer that I have come out of religion and Christianity. And I'm going to explain to my people why. Okay? For the past 3 years, 2 to 3 years pandemic mode, when they shut down all the churches and nobody can go to church. And if you do go to church, you have to sit all many far apart with mask on your nose. And as everybody know, they know me, say me's a renegade. Me's a renegade. Me not really succumb to what people say, especially when they are not of my color. I don't like for people to dictate to me, people that are not my skin color, to how that I should live, breathe, and move about. So I was not one of those people who locked down in my house and never go nowhere, never do nothing. While everybody was locked down, I was up and out and doing whatever it is that I can do to survive and keep myself and my family going. Okay? I did not walk around with a mask on my nose more than any time I'm going into buildings that require that. I'll slip it on, and as soon as I come out, I take it off. Now, they were trying to push mandated vaccination on everybody, which I declined to do. I am not going to allow nobody to put nothing in my vein from America for 37 years, 38 years. I have never taken a flu vaccine. Yes. And do I catch the flu? Yes. Might be once a year. And that's it. So I say to myself, why now I'm going to put something in my vein that I just feel like whatever is out there in the air, we can fix it. We can do something to, you understand, make it where we not drop like flies like what they did to us, right? We can heal our own bodies, right? So I decided, no, I'm not going to take that something there, right? Now, when me get to understand, whole heap of people was forced to take it via their jobs, because they let the people feel like if they don't take it, they cannot work and they cannot feed their families. I was that one in the wilderness that says, no, I'm not taking it. So that's when now the creator said, okay, now I can speak to you. Now I can use you to do what I need you to do. So I sat in my house. As I said, I go out to work as need be. Some of those facilities that wasn't hiring people that wasn't vaccinated, me still end up going at them facility, go work without not one vaccination to this day, right? So showing you to say these people fooled the people. They fooled the mass majority of people again, okay? Them fool on up. Them lie to uno. They made this thing and then they let it out on people to get the response where they know, let's see if we can lie to them and they believe us again. And that's what they did. So that's what my Creator wanted me to do. He wanted me to sit down and sit back and watch. You understand me? When I said, okay, what is going on? Him say, okay, you remember how with the plague and you understand all those things that happened before, that's what's happening again. The Creator said, consecrate yourself and your home. My daughter, I said, all right. Him said, take away yourself from church. I said, all right. I sat home and I was able to listen in my spirit man. He woke up my spirit man where I can see the downfall of us believing in a religion and Christianity and every religion for that matter. Okay, let me make this disclaimer. This disclaimer is going to tell you that I am the one that have this opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean that the vast majority of people do, which I think they need to have this opinion. Because if it is that you look and see that something that people that is not of your color gave you, they beat this into you. And they gave you this and it wasn't for your good. It did not work out for your good up to this day. Because up to this day, you go to church, you go to church service, you go to Bible study, you pray and fast, and your life, you're not seeing much different. You're not seeing much difference in your life. So what that should tell you? That should tell you that thing does not work for you. Okay? They give us that to hold on to while they rob and pillage and plunder our wealth, which is our gifts that we were created with, and use it for their own good. And use it for make themselves wealthy while we sit there and hug up a religion and hug up Christianity and hug up all this thing that we not hug up just because we say we supposed to lay dormant and our spirit be dormant. So now he commissioned me to come and say, listen, people, come out of that something they call religion. We have so much churches and so much disgusting things that's going on in the churches. It's worse than what's going on outside the churches. So that should tell us something, say that no work. That no work none at all. It's like people coming to this thing where like they make the devil whisper to them. Remember, you know, the devil has tried to kill us for a long time now. And if him can implement church and religion for getting vast amount of people to believe in that, that's what he's going to do and that's what he has done. Unapologetically, I'm going to say that. Okay? So saying that to say people, we have to wake up with spirit. We have to wake up our spirit, my Jamaican people, please. May I talk to you far and foremost because I love my country and I love my Jamaican people. Stop make Andrew Holness and Bruce, when name? Goldburn, I say go? Stop make them two people that take on and turn an idiot. They have sold on a soul to devils and blind on the one who cannot see and wake up. So me want to wake up and shake on yourself and come out of that. Come out of religion and Christianity because that's why them go for fool, you know, why them pillage and plunder on a country and on a land. I was just listening to a podcast of the guy Tulax from Twins of Twins, and he was talking about that, and I said, you have people who are afraid to lose their lives. You shouldn't be afraid to lose your life for righteousness. You shouldn't be afraid to stand up for truth and justice. And if it is that you are afraid to lose your life, then the Creator can't do nothing with you. Where you bother born for? Where put you down here for? Eh? We have to push back against what we are in now, which is a spiritual warfare. We're in spiritual warfare. We're literally in a war. And you are looking for it to be physical, and it's not physical. It's a spiritual warfare that we're in. Right? It's a spiritual warfare that we're in. I live in America now and they're supposed to be celebrating Juneteenth, that's what them call it. They had how the white folks had burned down Black Wall Street businesses. Right? And look upon what them give away. Them give away in a month where them celebrate everything in that 1 month here. Them celebrate Puerto Rican Day Parade. Them celebrate we call it gay pride. Them celebrate so much things in 1 month. They gave us February to be Black History Month, and it's the shortest month in the calendar. In their Gregorian calendar is the shortest month. And that's what they give us to show you that we are not looked upon as any kind of people of substance or any kind of people who are loved, or them not look upon we like that. So it's time for us to start thinking about us, our race, ourselves, our family, and come out from under religion and Christianity, because it not go do no good. You hear me? I wanna know. The Most I say him no make religion. Him no make religion and Christianity. Him no make no kind of religion for that matter. Matter whether it's Buddhism, whether it's what's that other thing? All of them something there. Okay? We not go around, we not burn sage, we not do this. Them something there is not of the Most High. It is not of the Most High Yahuwah. You need to know and find out who the great I am is. Because if you don't know and find that out, I'm sorry, too late is gonna be your cry. Okay, back to this thing now. Even with Jamaica, we need to celebrate our national heroes, the one them were bled and got to the gallows for standing up for righteousness. We have to do that. We have to do that, people. Because what is coming down the pipeline is not going to be nice for none of our people. Teach your children and grandchildren. Teach them, because they're not going to teach them. Look how much our heroes rather had gone to the gallows than to live as slave. I want to come back and make it people them are enslaved again. Through using media and AI and everything else to distract you guys. And that to not do again, people. Tell me say that to not do again. In America, them supposed to celebrate Juneteenth, and them show everything in there just to distract us from the purpose of why Juneteenth is. Them no want you to know how strong your ancestors was. How them got to them, enough of them got to them death because they said them believe in what them stand for, and stand for what them believe, and decide so them not going to live in a slavery anymore. Little by little, that's what they're pushing us into, in ways of artificial intelligence, right? And them see where them can tell us if we wear masks or something, so them say, okay, see there, they're susceptible to be enslaved again, and that's what they're doing. I have a young lady picture I want to put up that I'm going to, let me read a little bit about what her accomplishment was. And this was in the year of 1913. It says, in the year of 1913, 10-year-old Sarah Rector received land allotment of 160 acres of land in Oklahoma. The best farmland was given to whites only, so it was given. She was given a barren land. Put it like she was given a piece of land where not grew upon. Little do they know, me tell people, say, you see, the most high will always come true for us and keep us, because little do they know that this piece of land that they gave her, as barren as it seemed to them, she struck oil. Can you imagine that? 10-year-old. She struck oil, making her the first black billionaire. You understand? She was so wealthy that the Oklahoma legislators legally declare her to be a white person. So, in other words, them don't feel like, say, she supposed to have that amount of wealth because she black. Saying all the time, you hear me always telling us, say, them take on the gifts wanna born with for make themselves rich. Right? Because here it is, you know. Them a sell her this piece of land and say, oh, on a farmland, nothing not gonna grow up on it. She not gonna ever have nothing to become of herself, and look on that. She struck oil, making her the first black millionaire. When I read things like this, I'm proud. I am proud. It hurt me that so much of our people have bled and died and was murdered because of the color of our skins. But when I hear things like that, it made me proud to be a black woman. To know that this young lady, this 10-year-old, even lady, young girl, got a piece of land and struck oil. And the people them so hateful that them thinks that it wasn't She never deserved it as a black woman. What did they do? Them put it in the legislature and write it for say and declare say she's white. Why? Because she's not supposed to own that. She's not supposed to own them kind of thing. Black folks not supposed to have wealth. When we're born with wealth, we were born with wealth. Not for only to know that. Me tell people, go on to bed and pray to the Most High and ask Him to open your eyes so you can see your gift that you were born with, your gifts that you was born with, and make it turn your wealth. Because I do that too long for the white people, them I make them wealthy. We've been doing that for far too long. So again, wake up your spirit, my people. Again, this is your girl of the Raw and Spicy YouTube channel. I'm always going to come and tell you my truth. You don't have to agree with me. If you feel the need to like. If you feel the need to share. And if you feel led to subscribe, you can go ahead and subscribe. Me nah beg you no. Me just want to come on here and tell you the truth and open your eyes and tell you say open your eyes. It can be done. We can reverse things. So until I next get to speak to you again, I love you guys.